time. So
And see, and that was the thing for me, because like I am a black man, and I thought the only music I was allowed to listen to was rap music. But when I did explore out into that different genres of music and anything, I did listen to the more popular things. I didn't find a lot of the cult classics and just like smaller indie bands or whatever. It's just like I found the mainstream stuff. And I like that stuff. I just didn't know who they were. I knew I liked this song. And then to watch that movie and figure that they made a lot of the songs that I liked, I was just like, oh, I did not know that was Queen.
Yeah.
We did have one person as well in the front when they started playing the Under Pressure. One of them leaned across, because I was like listening, one of them leaned across his girlfriend at the time and just went, "Ice, ice, baby." Like I could hear it. And you can see the girlfriend look at him just like, oh yeah, I don't think they're together, right? Like I think they broke up at that point. They heard the bass line for Under Pressure, and they just went, no.
Another movie that I really want to see is Rocket Man, the Elton John, biopic.
Oh, that looks
good.
That
it was just like
the guy who
what hooked me on that movie. That what made me want to see it. It was just like Bohemian Rhapsody. It was just the previews and the commercials that were showing for the movie that drew me in. I was like, wow, this is something I need to watch. But what hooked me on the Elton John movie, the Rocket Man movie, is it was an advertisement for the movie and the piano that he played. It was like a dual commercial. So the commercial, and I'll probably send you a link to it, because it's a good commercial, man. It sold me on the movie, and which I have not seen yet, but still. It was him as a child. What I got to put it in the frame for you. All right, it's him walking into a room, grown ass Elton John, current Elton John, and he's sitting down in front of the piano, and it shows the brand of the piano, which I forget at the moment, and he he playing the piano, and it flashes back to him as a child and his mother giving him a piano. And him sitting down at the piano for the first time. And then when he played his first note, it just flew through his whole career. And as they were going through the career, showing different clips and scenes and phases of his life, it was showing clips from the actual movie, Rocket Man. So, and, it went through the whole spectrum. And then it came back to him at the beginning of the commercial where he struck the first note of the piano. And it showed, the piano that he had, and it was a great freaking commercial, and it was touching and everything.
Yeah.
And it really made me want to see that movie, which I have not seen yet.
Well, the actor who plays Sir Elton John is actually insane. Yeah. But he's also, have you seen the movie Sing with all the musical animated characters? Yeah, so he plays the gorilla.
So I didn't know that was him, but I figured out he could sing because I saw him with Jamie Foxx doing an interview for the Robin Hood movie, which looked like it sucked, but he actually sung a little bit on the interview. It was a video interview, and I was like, wow, you really got some skill. And I know we're supposed to be talking about Christmas stuff, but still, me and Mrs. B. Rob had this conversation all the time because we love movies and we watch a lot of movies and TV shows and everything. There's a thing that I've noticed, and it's called the rule of two. So what that is whenever you watch a movie or a TV show or something, there's always actors in it, in a pair that have been in some other project together. So, case in point,
yes,
you talk about Eggsy from The Kingsman playing Elton John in the Rocket Man movie, to where they were both in the Kingsman Golden Circle movie together, him and Elton John. So now, that's the rule of two.
Yep.
They were both in this movie, and now they're both in this movie,
I love it.
What did I watch? We watched The Mule last night with Clint Eastwood and all that stuff. Like, never seen it before.
Great.
Watched it, and there's Clint Eastwood. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. And then Bradley Cooper shows up, and they had already done was it American Sniper or whatever it was, like that movie.
Oh.
He directed Bradley Cooper in it. And then there was Martin Lawrence. Oh no, not Martin Lawrence. Lawrence Fishburne.
I wish
slight difference
was in that movie. That would have made it a whole different thing.
Oh, Howie, I would have been like, I'm in. I don't care.
I love Martin Lawrence.
And then there was what's his name? The bad guy.
Andy Garcia.
Andy Garcia was in it as well, who'd done some other things with Clint, who has also done things. As you said, everyone was kind of like interlinked in between each other. You're like, he was in the movie with him doing that other thing, and he was with him doing that.
Yeah, the only thing about that is it can be really irritating. So if I say to Gareth, "Oh, it was that movie with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore," and Gareth goes, "Which one?"
Doing a lot of movies together.
They have.
Or what's that one that you watched? The chick with cancer, and the guy ended up playing Baby Driver.
The Fault.
The Fault in Our Stars.
Fault in Our Stars. Yes.
Yeah, I love that
because
movie.
they're boyfriend and girlfriend, and then there's another movie where they're brother and sister.
Yeah,
the brother and sister came out first. Like they were first, and then they're like, wait a minute, that's. Because I always did go, wait, what now?
No, it's funny because that's the movie that you bring up, and that's the exact same set of movies that I've discovered the Rule of Two thing. I know what you're talking about. It's a 3-movie series called Divergent or something like that. Divergent. Yes, they're brother and sister in that movie, and then come later they're together in Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah, I was like, why are they kissing? They're brother and sister. But it's like, it's a different movie. I think you said that like 4 times.
I did.
You just keep going, it's a different movie. It's a different movie.
But I think they had better chemistry. I think that's probably why they got the role together. They had quite a lot of chemistry. It was hard to miss.
And I think that one girl, because me and my wife had a conversation about it. It's just like, all right, her and that guy were brother and sister in that movie. And then to this movie, they were together. And then there's a third guy somewhere in there to where he was also involved in the movie in another role. So I'm just like, this is fucking weird. The dude. He was the drummer in that goddamn the other movie. Fucking the smart ass, the sarcastic one.
Yes. The one with Jay Jones.
Yeah.
The one
he was
drumming.
Yeah.
Miles Teller or something with
it.
You see him and you know him.
And she was in a TV series called The Secret Life of Teenagers.
Okay.
That's where she started.
I know we are 34 minutes and 25 seconds in, and are we? I know we're recording, but have we even started the show proper? Like,
we never did the intro, but we can definitely do an intro and an outro at the same time.
We've sometimes find it a lot easier just to hit record and just talk, and then do the fuck arounds later. Because it is a case of. Yeah, there has to be a little bit of editing on this one, because the one thing Bex forgot to tell you at the beginning was that with the 12 days, Bex likes to keep it family friendly.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. That's
all right.
It's nothing we can't fix.
Yeah, I've got a beeper. I'm going to use it for me a couple of times. It's fine.
But the thing is, we can use the Christmas content in one, and then we can use the rest of the content in a different one. It's not a big deal.
Any cuss word that you had to bleep out for me, use like sleigh bells or some Christmas theme.
I love it.
The plan.
I love it.
That's the plan. Yeah.
Thank you.
You son of a shing shing.
I love it very much.
I was saying that I was going to do a Craig Ferguson and see if I can get someone to just go Jingle Bells. So I'd be like, you son of a Jingle Bells.
I like that too.
He had, Craig Ferguson. He used to have a TV show, and if anyone swore. If they swore, they had the flags over their mouth, and it was like an ooh la la or something like that. And,
I like that.
So you can go ooh la la yourself.
I love it.
There's a podcast
I love it.
I was listening to for PlayStation News and anything like that, and anytime they would cuss, they would censor the words, and they would put a cat sound in there. So he was like,
yeah. Well, we at one point I talked to Bex about doing our show like normal, like just doing a freeze, whatever, and then editing it up afterwards for like trying to make it clean. And I thought there's a couple of times I've gone nuts and gone on a full, this motherfucking wank stain cum bucket, full on everything. And I was thinking all I could do at that point then was have someone voice over it going, at this point, Gareth seemed to have lost his mind. So we'll just let him go for about 10 minutes and we'll come back right now, shall we? And that's how it got cut out. Instead of me just going beep, 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 ching. Yeah. Just have this soundbite of technical difficulties playing in the background and then coming back and afterwards me going, and that's all I have to say.
I haven't been paying attention, but do y'all have a Patreon or something like that?
Yes. No?
Starting to, but
see, if y'all gonna have family friendly content or whatever, I mean, that's where you put the stuff on Patreon. The bleeps and the unbleeped and uncensored stuff.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
That's a good idea, actually.
That's a really good idea. Thank you. It's hard. If you want to hear us, this is where you hear us, where we're censored.
Yeah.
Gareth, bleep, Bex, bleep, bleep.
Yeah, and then me's just a constant, just the tone playing there.
Basically.
So, yeah. So, anyway, so would you like to let Rob go say hello to Mrs. B. Rob?
Oh, of course.
Translation. We're probably clicking on to the time now when you do things.
Do you want to pimp your podcast, Rob, so that people can find you on our podcast after? I know, it's only because we do it 12 days in a row. We don't want people to get bored.
Not get bored. No, we've got limited space to put the shows on, so we're trying to do everything about 25 minutes or so. And I know. Sorry. Dude, I could talk to you for fucking hours. It's fucking always cool catching up with you, bro.
But what we could do is we could end it here for this one, and then maybe we could start a different one for today's podcast and keep talking.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sweet.
All right. So do you want to pimp your podcast real quick on the recorded one, and then we'll do another one?
So all you need to do is just go, hey Rob, sadly we run out of time. Thanks very much for coming. Do you want to promote your show or whatever? Me
and scripts do not work well.
If you want to find me, if you love my velvety tones and everything, you want to hear more of this, you can come over to the Random Rounds with Rob podcast, which you can find on all major podcasting apps and networks and things and whatnot. And you can find me on Twitter at 3R Show, and you can find my personal account at It's BRob, ITSBROB. I'm mostly tweeting from the 3R Show account because that's where I have the most people following and whatnot. And you can also follow me on Instagram, to where I walk the hollowed halls of Walmart. Do you have a Walmart out there?
What? No,
but I do love watching your Instagrams.
I watch them too.
Yeah, so I walk around the Walmart and just say things. So you can find me on Instagram. Just use the hashtag 3R Show, or you can use the hashtag Walmart Log. I would give you the username, but it's long and convoluted and everything, and it's easier to use the hashtag. And plus, somebody else has 3R Show, and they haven't posted since 2016. It pisses me off so much. You can go to
real 3R Show.
I just, I started a TikTok today for whatever reason. I don't know if I'm gonna ever use it or not. And it was easy because I just put in 3R Show and it was there, because nobody else uses that except for that pump mother beep on Instagram that had posted since 2016. But you can go to randomrobcast.com and you can find everything that I just said. Episodes of Wrestling is Trash, which is my wrestling specific podcast. 6 episodes of The Real Robinsons with me and Mrs. B. Rob, and 3 episodes of This Way to That Way, which my friend started a podcast on my website, and then he just did 3 episodes and stopped. So it's all there. And that's about it.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been lots of fun.
Merry Christmas.